Today I have another 8-year-old message from Jesus, which is just as important today as it was then. So I picked this out to share. And the title is Actions with Presence. Whatever you are doing in the world is to be done with awareness of presence. In that way, you create no suffering for you or for others. Even if you are doing something you'd prefer to avoid, acceptance of what is brings awareness of presence. It brings peace. The feeling of enjoyment as part of an action arises from presence. As you center yourself within at the same time as a doing action, joy arises. This is not caused by the action itself, but by consciously feeling the presence of the inner self. It may appear to the mind that the act causes the joy, but that is the mind's false perception. Joy always arises solely from your divine being. Another aspect to bring to a doing action is passion. When you feel the sensation for a project or a single action which you are enjoying, it drives fulfilment of a goal. Again, it is not the project that creates the feeling of passion, but the inner self, knowing the rightness of the event. You will notice that heart coherence is present. Love and joy become entwined with the passion, and so you create no suffering. There is no feeling of competition. It is inclusive, and there is an absence of ego. There is joy in the doing, and you are deeply in the now throughout. You are deeply present. Suffering arises in the world when you are not operating from presence. When your attention is focused on ego fears like neediness, guilt, anger, feelings of lack or loss, etc. When you are trying to force a doing action to go where the mind dictates, you are causing suffering. When you are aware of having fallen into the space, stop what you are doing and examine the reasons. If you are willing to become peaceful and open, the cause will be obvious, and you can then decide to go within before continuing the action. You then do it at least with acceptance of what is. This brings peace. You may also decide on a bigger attitude change by recognizing that with awareness of presence, the desired action can be achieved with joy, with enjoyment. Passion for an action usually arises spontaneously, and you find yourself centered in being before action occurs. It is still important to be aware so that suffering does not find an opening. This may happen when passion becomes laced with need and the process engenders stress. Struggle has entered and fear emotions surface. There is attachment to ownership and to outcome. Awareness of every moment is the key to never causing suffering, for then you will do every outward action from within your true essence. As you hone your awareness skill, you will at least be quick to observe any low-frequency energies attached to a doing action and make changes that take you back into heart coherence. So ends that message. There's a lot in there. It needs reading a few times to really sink in, I think. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed us, and thank you for being here, everyone. Much love.